Thanks for coming in, Ryan.
It's my pleasure.
I'm anxious to discuss your progress on the water reclamation issue for Seattle. Can you bring me up to date?
I'd love to. It's great. We're making real headway. I brought the printouts you asked for.
Thanks. I don't think there's anything you don't work hard at, Ryan. I appreciate that. And I'd just like to take time in this meeting to point out a couple of things.
Okay, great.
Okay then, tell me about this data.
I just ran a series of tests with the newest model, and there's a definite uptick in efficiency. Just what we were looking for.
But it's not at goal yet. We need a cooling system that allows us to reclaim 80% of the water that's used in the building.
We're not there yet, but we're getting closer all the time.
Now, I understand that the numbers are moving in the right direction.
They are.
But none of the other systems can move forward until ours is in place, not to mention the delay in getting approvals finalized.
I was so excited about the progress we've made, I wasn't thinking about the implications.
No, I like your enthusiasm, and you know how much I value passion. And now that we have the numbers moving in the right direction, we need to figure out what's required to reach the goal.
I get it.
Could I offer some specific directions, since this isn't like any other design challenge you've faced? I may not have been as clear as I could have been when you first started this project.
That'd be great. I'd love to have your input.
So these results indicate that the central reclamation issue is insufficient cooling.
Yeah, I agree.
It seems like you're trying to address all the design flaws in reclamation and cooling all at once.
Absolutely. I'm moving forward as quickly as I can on all fronts.
I think you probably want to focus on the cooling issue first. Solve it, then you'll be able to deal with the other issues. You know, we had a problem like this on the Sao Paulo project. Once we stopped trying to solve on everything all at once, we were able to make progress. The cooling system has to be your priority. Look at the trends here in the data on the cooling system. Ignore the reclamation numbers for now. If you aren't trying to correlate the two,
then you can see the loss in efficiency in the last 2 cycles. I can't believe I didn't see that.
I'm glad it's clear. Now let's take a moment to talk about next steps.
Okay.
It'll probably take you the rest of the week to build a new model.
If the trend you pointed out holds true, yes.
Let's look at the new results in the analysis middle of next week, Wednesday, end of the day.
Perfect.
Yes, good. You know, I also want you to sit down with Elliot and go over your design with him.
Elliot, the new guy on the Hong Kong project.
Yes, he's already put in some very interesting advancements into play on the Hong Kong project. I think he'd be very helpful to you on this project. He's a strong resource.
Yeah, I've heard interesting things about Elliot.
Yes, Elliot's brilliant. But I want him to work with you, not just take the problem and try to crack it himself. I'll call him and have him make some time for you.
Thanks. Do you want to sit in when I run the new model?
No, I'd like you to do a few test runs yourself, then do a basic analysis of the data. That way when we sit down together, we can focus on what the data tells us to not get bogged down in crunching numbers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So why don't we recap what we've agreed to, so I know we're in sync.
Based on the numbers we just looked at, I'll revise the model by the end of the week. And then I'll run a few tests, and I'll prepare an analysis of my results to share with you. Also, I'll sit down with Elliot as soon as possible and see if he has any ideas to help us get to the next level. And then I'll loop back around for a working meeting with you mid to end of next week.
Mid to end? I thought we said Wednesday. Sliding the schedule already?
No, Wednesday is great, but I better get that down.
Sounds like you have a clear understanding of your next steps.
Much clearer than when I came in here. I thought I understood this situation when we started, but now I understand all the things hinging on this. And I think you've laid out a plan that will get us to a solution. Thanks for your help.
Thanks for all your hard work.